Good afternoon, Mrs. Amundson's class.
Good afternoon, Mr. Cottinger.
I love it. That's awesome. All right, today we're going to talk about our notes that we finished called 1.1 Multiplying Integers. Class, can you multiply integers?
Yes.
I hope so, and if not, we're going to keep practicing until we can. Okay, so eyes should all be up on the screen. Pencils down. Eyes on the screen, pencils down. All right, first note you ever took as a fifth grader was the word integer. We said an integer was a whole number and it's?
Opposite.
This is all you got to do, guys. You're doing great. We actually talked about what multiplication was, and we said multiplication is nothing but repeated addition. Now, I'm going to show you down here, see what I just circled. We have these two numbers, 2 and 3. See 2 and 3?
Yes.
And we have the number 6, yes?
Yes.
What do we call this? What do we call this?
Product.
The answer to a multiplication problem is a product, right? And then what are the things called that give us the problem? What are the things that are in the problem? Love it. You guys are doing great. Place value holder, we're going to skip that for a second. Okay, now, when we were doing our notes, the first problem I gave you here in this section of the notes was 26 times 7. So I highlighted it in red. You see that?
Yes.
So you guys told me that this number right here was called the...
Multiply.
And the multiplier is going to multiply the numbers above it, yes?
Yes.
So class, what is 7 times 6?
42.
So we put down the 2 and we put a 4 up here. What's this number called? We put the carrying number up there, and then we took the 7 and we multiplied it by the 2. What's 7 times 2, class?
14.
And we added the carrying number to that. What's 14 plus 4?
18.
So our final answer, class, was?
182.
Brilliant. Okay, now, number 7, yes, looks good. Number 8 was a little bit trickier. The problem I gave you was 29 times 18. So now we have a 2-digit multiplier, right?
Yes.
So this 18 right here is a 2-digit multiplier. We can only do 1 digit at a time, yes, no?
Yes.
So we have our first digit, 8. What's 8 times 9?
72.
So I'm going to put down the 2 and I'm going to carry the...
7.
And then I'm going to do 8. Ooh, whoopsies. Well, I'm going to do 8 times 2. What's 8 times 2? 16. And I have to add the 7. So 16 plus 7 is? 23. And again, you guys, it's all right here. You can see it all right there. Now, here's the key part. When we're done with using the 8 as a multiplier, what do I do to that 8? Cross it off. And if I'm done using the 7 as my carrying number, what do I do to it? Okay, now I just have my 1 left to take care of. So I'm going to multiply the 1 and the 9. What's 1 times 9? Oh, wait. I forgot something. I forgot something really, really, really important. What goes right here? And the place value holder is always going to be the number 0. Woo, I almost forgot that. So now I'm going to do 1 times 9, which is?
9.
And I'm going to do 1 times 2, which is? 2. And I'm going to stop right there. You guys now know that you just add all of those together to get to our final product of 522, yes? Okay, last thing I want to talk about then. So number 9 is very similar to number 8. Number 10, I gave you this problem written going across. So it was written going vertical, not horizontal, right?
Yes.
Can we solve this problem showing our work when it's going across the paper?
No.
So what do we call it when we rewrite the problem? What do we call that?
Rewrite.
Really complex. We call a rewritten problem a rewrite. Everyone say rewrite one more time.
Rewrite.
Once you rewrite the problem, then you can show your work and solve. Yes, no?